Good evening, guys. Turn that down, looks bright. This one's a hard one to come back to, as you can probably imagine. DeFi has been a little bit crazy, as you've probably seen from lots of videos out there, and lots of captions are DeFi is dead, question mark, all the little clickbait stuff and whatever that people do to kind of find things to talk about in the space, and I can't blame them. It's definitely looked a little bit funny. So I'm actually re-recording this one because I don't even know if I really went into it as much as I wanted to, and went through some of the things I wanted to get into. Before we get started, the usual remember, this is not financial advice. Please do click that like and subscribe button down below. I've obviously stalled out a little bit on growing, and it's not because of decisions I've made, and I don't regret them per se. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. I regret helping out projects that. How do I even say this? It's tough because I've helped out things. I thought I vetted them really well for everybody, and tried to find solutions and wins for everybody in the space, and it doesn't work out, and it's pretty unfortunate because it's lots of people's money. I mean, if it wasn't me like doing what I was doing, it probably would have been lost somewhere else. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm trying to do good for the space, as much as there's a few, very few, but there's a few that think I'm some Yahoo just scamming everybody. But that is what it is. They're going to be around. I think actually I just got a message from somebody saying there's some wolf pack group that's now trying to get us YouTubers all. And I'm like, all we do is talk about projects and show people things. If I'm not doing it, somebody else does it. I'm not doing anything hurtful to anybody. I'm just showing you guys what is out there, and I hope and I try to show it in a way that's looking at both sides of the coin kind of thing, because a lot of people just do shill videos where they just say rah rah rah, this is the best thing, this is gonna be amazing, blah blah blah. I try and go through pros and cons, and I'm gonna even more lean on the negatives for things and try and go through the thought process you should go through. I do want to even change it up even further, and there's people like Crypto Labs, who's also on this same little stupid list, who has always tried to be and treat these as gamble plays and whatnot. And I don't know if, I think they basically just listed the 4 people that had the top packs in wolf packs, and really honestly, people signed up for that project not even not even getting my referral link from me, by just picking the pack on the thing. I met a lot of people that came through that way. Hey, I joined your wolf pack, I liked your video, like that they looked at after the fact. So the space is a little bit crazy. There's a lot of people that want to attack people for just their own mistakes and want to blame everything on someone else, and it's a little bit it's frustrating. I've gotten a little bit used to it. I get very little of it, luckily. I think I have one guy in my DMs that literally trolls me every so often. Even posted a picture of some guy being mangled, who stole money from people from a project, as if like that's who I as if I did that. And this guy like did millions of dollars, and here I am just showing my journey and trying to create some projects or help advise or help some projects to grow. So it is what it is. It's sad but true. I will keep doing what I'm doing. None of that stuff's going to stop me. I am here for the long run. I appreciate everything that the blockchain has to offer technology wise. I appreciate the people I'm meeting in this space are amazing, bar the few fanatics, I guess, if you will. And none of that really bothers me. I mean, there is nothing illegal about what we're doing. I do not promote Ponzi projects. If I talk about certain projects that maybe have the risk of possibly being a Ponzi, I talk about that. The only thing that's illegal to do is to shill a Ponzi scam. So because if you are telling people that there's revenue when there really isn't, that is 100% illegal, and nobody should be doing that. And anybody that does should be taken to the law or whatever. So anyways, regardless of all of that, I'm going to go through what's happening with my 1K wallet challenge. Obviously, it's I wouldn't say decimated, but pretty darn close, as you can probably imagine, because you know all the projects we're in. I know I put X's on the thumbnail on everything. Fathom's still around. Wolf Capital is still trying to rebuild. I think they're going to make as best to go as they could, and hopefully get more funds for people than, well, what PGB is doing, for example. So not the glowing reviews, obviously, of everything that's sitting here anymore. I'm going to very quickly go over them, and then I'm going to throw a little bit of a Hail Mary that's going to seem like I haven't learned anything. But I can promise you I've had some good chats with the guy running this project. He does more than just this DApp. There's more ways to get involved with him outside of this DApp, and I believe we're going to get, I've actually hooked him up with Cyril, or we're trying to get in touch with Cyril to try and get him audited and KYC'd to give some more strength to what he's trying to do. But I think he's got a good heart and is trying to do something different in the space, which is who I like to try and surround myself with. And I've done a good job of that in the most part, but unfortunately there are people that will always take advantage, and I'm going to try and be better at finding that. Oh, in fact, I don't even think I'm bad at finding that. I've called things out for what they were. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how I can evolve. I'm interested to see how you guys can evolve. I'm interested to see how we can all find ways to grow in this space. And I'm gonna start learning trading. That's been on my bucket list for a long time. But now that I've left the day job, I can now focus on that and really put some time and effort into that because of the flexibility that I have for myself because of what I've done. I've got a reasonable, well, borderline close to the income I was making with my previous job through the different hustles that I do with James Pelton and with other things that I'm doing. So hopefully, as long as I maintain that, I don't mind taking some extra time to focus on some things that will give me dividends into the future. So I've actually, and not to carry on this too long, I've actually kind of asked oh my God, Austin Clark, if I could mod for his group, because he's teaching people how to trade, and then I can get in on the knowledge and learn from that. So I'm looking forward to taking on that new challenge for myself, and then hopefully partake some of that knowledge or help Austin teach more people how to do that, because I think it's a really important skill, and we can all benefit from having some understanding of it, even if we don't use it on our day-to-day stuff. So lots of things going on. But to get to the focus of this guy here, I'm going to quickly run through what's happening with the projects in case I haven't talked about them. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you my Hail Mary at the end of this and hopefully help bring this 1K wallet challenge back to life from that. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. This is DeFi. I will swallow it. I will make a video on it when I choose to give up on this, or when I've lost the money that I've tried to put into this. But for now, we're gonna keep trucking away and see what we can do. So, Fathom Finance, they've basically done a little thing where they're doing some lottery type stuff to try and bring some life back to this, because he's found the bots are not working out as well as they'd hoped, as we're seeing in a lot of bot situations, unfortunately. I don't know if I think a lot of people are doing bots who don't understand them 100% and has somebody else making them for them, and then they're running and doing stuff with it. And I think you have to have a little bit more knowledge and be a little bit more on it and have somebody watching them 24/7 in order to help guide the bot's hand a little bit. And that's just not where we're at right now. That's what big financial institutions are doing and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully over time we're going to evolve this for the average investor. But right now the good bots, I guess, if you will, seem to only be in the hands of the rich. So hopefully that'll change. The other one is, and I don't know. Yeah, okay, I did keep it up here. So, and I apologize for people that don't want to see this. Some people have walked away from Prosperity Gem Ventures or PGV or whatever, and I don't blame you. You're whatever works for your mental health, do it, because this is not worth your mental health. But I have kept up on it because people in my Discord that don't want to watch it, and if you are that type of person, please join my Discord. I'll let you know when something's happened with this for real. He's basically been dragging on for months now. It's been constantly saying that the money's coming, but nothing has come, of course. We're now within this, and we've been in this 24-hour zone so many times before, but in the next 24 hours, I guess it's going to be happening because of this password reset thing. I don't even know. I'm assuming the funds are still within exchange, which is weird that they haven't gotten them out of there yet, but there's projects that have had that issue. It's rumored that Stable Fund had that issue and got funds locked in their exchange because of people complaining. It's rumored that there's that other one that, oh God, I don't remember his name, but anyways, the guy did a whole video on it, and it was Gold Bridge was involved in it, in this trader brokerage thing. So maybe it's legit. I don't freaking know. We'll see what happens. If any money does start flowing and I hear about it, obviously I'll let you guys know in my Discord. So you're welcome to join there if you want to keep updated on that, but without having the daily updates of his his stuff. I hope he means to get this all done and cares enough to get this all done, because there's too many people that have lost too much money, that put too much money in based on the trust that he was building with them, which is unfortunate. Okay, so Wolf Capital. As you can see, I've ROI'd because down here I've got $377 withdrawal, so I've ROI'd, so they haven't given me anything part of this. So I'm sticking around with it. We'll see what happens. There is some stuff going on in the background from what I understand. I have heard it from pretty good sources that stuff is happening in the background, but until anything actually gets in front of our faces, I don't know. My one big problem with this, and I did have a chat with Ox, the dev, who I had been chatting with a lot, and I do think his heart is decent, and he's trying to do the right thing by this, and I think he got taken off guard by what happened here. My issue with him, and I've told him this, and I've given him an opportunity, actually he's talked about maybe coming on the channel later on and stuff to discuss what's happened and to kind of out his stuff. But what I told him is I wasn't really too pleased to hear that Trav was the only one with access to the money. That shouldn't have happened. It should never have been just his account, his access to the account. Somebody else, when it's $10 million involved, should have had a hand to be able to see and go, Trav, something's going wrong. You're not in the right headspace. Let's get this shut down and let's get somebody else on top of this. Because something happened. He did say it in the AMA that family comes first, blah, blah, blah. Family comes first when you're not dealing with $10 million. I can tell you, almost every business owner, family probably comes even less than first, right or wrong. I'm not going to give any justification for that. But when you're dealing with $10 million, there's got to be some onus put on your responsibility to those people, whether family comes first or not. So it's unfortunate to see how that all transpired. And I mean, even this, like I supposedly had 1 million people on my team members. This was, but yeah. So, and it's what, $9 million here that we're looking at, right? Like it's not a small sum of funds, and it's unfortunate that he didn't kind of catch it before he took it too far and lost a significant amount of money. So let's hope something happens from there, but we'll see what happens. Stable Invest, as you guys know, closed down. There was an issue with the bot. It lost some funds. They had a really small TVL, which I realized afterwards. He's trying to earn that back and get everybody made whole with their profits even, which is pretty awesome. So we'll see what happens with that. I did message him recently, like yesterday. I haven't heard back yet. He's usually pretty good though at getting back to me. So I'll still keep on and make sure that if anybody did get into this project, that they do get their ROI back from it at least, or something along those lines, and we'll see what happens there. Other than that, the last one is iBots. The website is down now. This was a big one, obviously, for me. I did not put a ton of money in here, not because I didn't trust it, because I was moving money in slowly, using it, as I mentioned in my videos, kind of as a bank account, and because I thought it was that safe. I don't know, maybe that was not the right wording to use when I did it. So like I said, I will take full responsibility for things when maybe I word them not as well as I should, or go too far. I always said there was risk with it. I always said it can go to zero. But that said, I probably shouldn't have taken the stance of it being like a bank account, but I was treating it that way because they had gone so long. I thought this was going to be one of the ones that stuck around and became an evergreen project, became the Forex version of WarFi, hopefully. So, but unfortunately that did not happen. They had a bad trade, which half of their money was in, and they ended up having to take money from the other account to try and make that trade right. Good or bad, they could have maybe stopped at 50% loss and left it at that. They hoped it would rebound, the price would rebound, so they kept DCAing in, which a lot of these Forex bots do, is they kind of DCA in, doubling or increasing their allotment every time. And unfortunately it didn't work out. And this meant obviously a lot of people lost their money, and the timing was atrocious because it was right after they hit the 1 million mark for their TVL, which was their goal. So yeah, as you can see, it's a complete wash of all these. That's why the X's are on all of them, because pretty much the funds are lost on all that stuff. So I did have some funds left, so I'm going to pause the video for a minute because I got to organize some funds together and just put it all in one spot from the just that wallet. I haven't added any new funds. It's just funds that have been put back in or that I've claimed where we were about to put into a new project before all this started falling apart, and I kind of put the video aside for a bit. So I'll come back to you with a new video, with the new project that I'm putting the funds into. I'm basically pooling all the funds together, so it'll be a little over 300, I think, so a little more than a usual table leg, and we're going to kind of put all our eggs in one basket for one last kind of kick at the can. And I'll tell you why, and why I'm choosing this project and why I'm confident, but not overly confident because of the space in this one. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. Sorry, I had to take a little break, had to move some money around and pull up the website. So as you can see, it's Money Minnows. Don't laugh at me yet. I know it's a little bit funny website. We've seen a lot of these in the past. I think he's got a hook and stuff. He really likes it, and I can appreciate that. So he is a Forex trader. He's been Forex trading for a long time. This isn't just a fly-by-night guy who set up a bot kind of thing and whatnot. So he does have systems that he works and all that kind of stuff. The money, this is still a DApp. So one of the things that on my regular channel, when I'm not doing my 1K wallet challenge, I'll still do GGenny stuff here a little bit and try and find solutions that work. I'm probably going to still do some DGen videos, but a lot of it will be like being very cautious of everything, telling you guys all of it, because you're getting these videos from everywhere anyways. I'd prefer to at least give a really good spin on it, hopefully, or at least a more thoughtful spin on it than just a shill video like what a lot of other YouTubers do. So I've actually spoken to the dev for this one. I've had a pretty lengthy chat with him. We're going to go through some stuff. I'm going to maybe help him with marketing a little bit, depending on what we can kind of do here. I'm just going to start with this video and just start it as part of my 1K challenge and basically see if it saves my 1K wallet. From there, we'll see how he does. But obviously, the thing to keep in mind with this one, just to do it plain and simply, is we're still Forex trading. We've already seen how Forex trading can go the wrong way really quickly. He seems to have, like I've talked to him about green figures and all kinds of other stuff, and what I went through with iBots and what I went through with Creative Wealth and all this stuff. And he seems to think that these kind of things will not happen in his situation. We've heard that story before, so I'm not going to hold my breath. But at the same token, I need a savior for the account. And like I said, I've had physical on-camera chats with him. I'm going to continue to have chats with him to try and make sure that he's keeping on doing the right thing. There is a second person on the account that has access to the funds as well already. So we've already got that kind of taken care of, so that if there was a problem, he has somebody else that can take care of it, and a few other things like that. Your funds are locked for 21 days, and it's 5% weekly. So this is not for the faint of heart, but it's there. It's USDC, and there's no max button. He needs a max button. So I'm gonna have to approve the US. So I'm gonna need to go check how much I have. So I have let's just do 297. We're at 297.63. I usually adapts don't like periods. So we're gonna put 297. Oh, I guess it's yelling at me to approve first. Well, I'm trying to approve. Did I connect a wallet yet? That might help. There we go. Connect. YouTube wallet. Connect. And 297. So let's approve. So we'll just do 297. And next. 3 cents, approve. And then hopefully that will come up with the breed. I must admit, and I did have a chat with him, because it kind of looks like an ROI DApp, which is not necessarily the best look to have, I guess, right now in the space. But as I said, it does like it approved. So it approved the spend. And then we should see the DApp update, or maybe we'll have to do one of these. There we go, 297. So just a little reload, 297, and then breed. And confirm. All right, so we've put that in. It's gonna be 5% a week. We'll revisit this probably weekly to bi-weekly, probably more closer to bi-weekly for now, because it'll be a little bit of a slower ride. Once we get this up to I might compound. No, I might not. What I may do is, if I get my stable invest funds back, which should be another 250, I may move this up to 500 and start kind of with 2 legs, just because it is locked up. I don't want to get too crazy there. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I know it's a little bit of a Hail Mary play on this, but as I said, I felt pretty comfortable with the dev, or with the guy that's doing the trading, and hope that he's legit. We're gonna look into some things like getting KYC'd and audited through Cyril. I'm going to introduce him to them. If getting KYC'd and audited is something you need to have before you invest, then this is not the right one for you yet. But do come by the Discord if you'd like to take a closer look. He has kind of doxed himself on the Discord and talked about his personal life to make sure everybody's a little more comfortable with him. He also does a lot of other stuff with his protocol. Well, separate from this DApp, he does some prop fund bots and stuff like that, so different things like that to kind of help people in the space. So maybe worth coming by the Discord even just for that, to get some information from there. So do with this information what you will. I will follow up some other content about this if it ends up working out well, and we'll keep our eye on it and then go from there. So I thank you guys for all your time. Do hit that like and subscribe button down below. Let me know what you think of all this stuff and what's going on. Obviously let me know what you think of what I did here. If you think I'm crazy, if you think there's some input you want to give to it, then please do. I appreciate the comments, good and bad. I really don't mind. I don't mind constructive criticism. Some of the ones that want to throw in stupid remarks in the chat, whatever. You want to help my algorithm out, go for it. That's for you to do. But other than that, I'm not here for people that just want to spew crap. I love discussions. I love open discussions. Happy to have them here. Happy to have them on camera with you. Happy to have them on chats. Whatever. I'm happy to have discussions that are productive and constructive. So yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your time, and have yourselves a great day.